Hello, my name is Rose Roscoe and I'm an AT specialist with the Special Ed Technology Center. And I am happy to provide you with a tour of our brand new website called Inclusive Learning with Technology at Home and School. This is a resource that we created to help support families and educators, especially during this time of COVID-19 and school closures where we're trying to do learning at home and distance learning. We want that to be equitable and inclusive as much as possible. So we wanted to support you all out there with this website and these resources. So I just want to give you a quick overview. At the top, we have contact information if you want to contact us or have questions or feedback. We wanted to make sure at the top here that you had access to the latest OSPI documents supporting inclusionary practices and giving some guidelines for how to be equitable. And then here we have a great social media page where we have the latest news and upcoming events, and we have some great video links and such there. Here, inclusive learning supports. This is a really important area where we dive deeper not only into inclusive learning practices. I'm going to give you a quick visual here with the document and equitable learning, but then looking at universal design for learning as we're designing lessons. It's especially looking at engaging tools and strategies to help students, especially at home, because this is a time where many of them are having a hard time engaging with school. And then for our students with special needs, really making sure that people are informed about accessibility tools and practices. And there's a page for each of the platforms here for Microsoft, Google, and iOS. So as you go deeper into each of these links, you'll see a whole bunch of resources for all these three platforms, and also some hardware accessibility options if you're looking for how to make equipment accessible. So we're pretty excited about that inclusive learning supports page. Okay. Anyway, then there's some distance learning resources talking about different platforms that are out there that you can use for distance learning. And then we wanted to kind of dive deeper into some main categories. So we have a section on communication for you. We have a section on reading, writing, STEM, and social emotional learning. And we really feel like all these are important for students to get a well-rounded education, and especially looking at social emotional learning as a foundation to help the students feel with a strong self-esteem, they feel confident, and they're ready to learn. So check out some of those resources. And then I also wanted to point out that at the top here, we have a drop-down menu for each of those categories. So for quick access, you can look for communication. We have family connections, tips for children with complex communication needs. We have AAC apps and devices, visual supports. For reading, we got read aloud tools, including a lot of free reading tools, accessibility, storybooks, chapter books. For writing, how do you express ideas with multimedia? What are the options to support writing process at a higher level? We have low tech, making worksheets accessible, STEM, looking at math, learning websites, low tech and high tech math, and then social emotional learning. So just to give you a quick snippet here, to give an example for communication, notice that each of these are a category that links to another page with more resources. So for low tech tips, you can see our page with Tuesday tips with Sari and Brenda. It's just loaded with great quick videos, 2 to 3 minute videos with wonderful resources for you. And then like with writing, if I go into the options to support the writing process, you'll see that for higher level students, we have basic low tech for emerging writers and higher tech for writers, whether they need help with word prediction or editing or typing programs. And just to take a quick look at graphic organizers, you can see that each of these has more tools with resources and videos for you to explore. So each of these sites looks similar. I just want to give you a quick look at this one as well, the early learning. This is all on one page from early learning, elementary, and middle school or secondary school. It takes a while to load all those wonderful visuals. So we just wanted to make sure there was a lot of resources here for you to explore with your students, no matter what level they were. So I hope this is giving you enough information that you'll want to dig deeper into the website and look at the links that are most relevant for you with your students at their age level and what their needs are, whether they're emerging or higher level writers, and then how can you give equitable learning, and provide inclusive strategies and accessible tools. So thanks again. Be sure to email us if you have any questions, and have a wonderful rest of your day.